don't need a PhD in exercise science. You need a plan that progresses, basic nutrition rules, and commitment. Today, we're going to break down the entire playbook to getting fit.
Thanks, Claude. All right, so you ready to talk about what a beginner's journey would look like at the gym?
Yep. So I'm going to pretend. I'm going to play pretend. And I'm going to give you a scenario here. All right. I'm a complete newbie. I've never been to a gym. The gym terrifies me. And I have no idea where to start. I need you to break it down for me. I need you to break down training, nutrition, and lifestyle. Let's start with training.
All right, we'll break it down. Actually, I love this because when someone doesn't know anything, it's a lot easier to teach people like new skills than to unlearn bad habits. So this is actually a good client to have.
Okay, great.
But we'll go over training first, and we could talk about what a week could look like, but it's going to be very repetitive in the beginning. So we'll start off with what a training session could look like.
I'm ready.
Now, again, I have a luxury of a private gym, so it would look a little bit different. You might have to do things different in a busy gym, but you want to hit every muscle group or movement pattern every single workout. So, for example, that could be a squat pattern, that could be a hinge pattern, that could be a pressing pattern, a row pull down, and then if you want to throw in abs, core, a strongman movement, like that would be a very basic template. You had a question?
Yeah. Okay, so I know what a hinge movement, but I don't know if everyone knows what that means.
Hinge would be more like a deadlift pattern. You could call it posterior chain, anything hamstring. I'm going to go over more specifics, but think deadlift variation, hamstring variation, quad variation, a back variation, and then some sort of pressing variation.
These are all like compound movements.
Yeah, look, these are your meat and potato exercises, body parts, and movements.
Got it.
Now, obviously, if you have, like you want to work on your arms, you could do bis and tris, but you'll get that indirectly. Now, the way I would set it up is I like to do a pair of exercises at a time. So I'd alternate upper, lower. But if you don't have that luxury, we could do one at a time. So to start off with the squat, it could be any squat pattern or any quad exercise. It could be a bodyweight squat, a goblet squat. It could be a leg press. If you're not comfortable doing any of that, it could just be a simple leg extension. But you'll pick one of those for your squat or your quad pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll go upper body. That could be any row or pull down variation. Dumbbell, cable, doesn't matter. Then you could go do whatever hamstring you want to do or whatever machine is open. It could be a leg curl, it could be a deadlift, Romanian deadlift, back extension, and then finally you could do a press, incline press, overhead press, chest press. Could be a machine press. Any press, you're hitting one of everything to start off with. If you want to throw in some abs and core, if you want to do a little bit of walking at the end, it really depends on goals, but keep it simple. And then ideally, especially for beginners, you would repeat that same exercise all 2 to 3 days a week, depending on how many times you're going, because you want to get familiar with that movement pattern. You're not looking for insane variation and, all right, one day I'm doing this, next day I'm doing that, and I got to keep confusing the body and the muscles. That's not a thing.
So with this type of training, the goal would be, let's say, I think everyone's goal
is to get comfortable.
Okay,
it's
so
you're not going to failure.
Get results here?
No, you will. No, the thing is, because you are such a newbie, you'll get results just doing anything. You could train
newbie gains.
Yeah, you could train very shy to failure. You're going to put on some muscle. You're going to get stronger from it. Like the biggest thing in the beginning is coordination. You're going to get way stronger just because you're getting more coordinated and efficient at that movement pattern.
Will I look different?
I mean, that's going to
depend on nutrition.
Probably nutrition driven, but yes, you can look different.
Got it.
And you're going to feel different. That's the more important thing. You're going to feel stronger. You might not look it in the mirror, but you're going to feel a little bit more tone.
So in the beginning, you could say like a way in which you're knowing that you're succeeding is just how you feel.
Feel even just confidence in the gym and with each exercise.
Right. So
if you feel more confident doing a goblet squat, or you feel more confident doing a leg press, and now you're adding weight to it, that's results right there.
Okay. So I'm a marketer, so I attach everything to a KPI. So this initial new phase, how long would you say this would be? Like 3 months, 6 months?
Well, the overarching theme, 3 to 6 months, but if we're talking sets and reps, that's a different story.
Let's say 3 to 6 months. All right. So my main goal here is to feel stronger. Like that would be my main KPI. The goal is to feel stronger.
You're really looking to, yes, feel stronger, but feel more comfortable with each exercise. And even just going to the gym. Or like if you're doing a little bit of cardio and walking at the end, like, all right, if you went from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you went from 10 minutes to 12 minutes, now you're doing more work in that time. That would be another good progression, as opposed to having to run faster.
And naturally, when I'm chasing these like micro KPIs, we can call them, I'm also going to start looking different too, right? Naturally.
I would say you would.
Yeah.
It's a brand new stimulus for your body. So like if I were to go in and just do the same exercise over and over, probably not going to get as much of a stimulus, but that's also because I'd get bored of the training. So I'm not going to really try as hard.
That's because you're way more advanced than someone who's
so that's a completely different story.
Right. So
when you're new, you want to repeat the same thing as much as possible.
Got it. And a byproduct of this is like body comp, whereas you lose fat and you gain muscle.
Yeah, you could probably recomp more easily, but again, it's going to be nutrition driven,
which we'll go
for the most part.
After
you really want to work on form and execution. You don't always have to like push yourself. Now I'm very, very for pushing people, but beginners usually leaving a lot left in the tank. Like you should walk out of the gym feeling like you could do more. So we want to focus on execution, form, and again, getting comfortable with each exercise.
Which is very different from how I train.
So, So let's just say your target for that day is 12 reps. It might be a weight you could do 13 to 15 times or more. I mean, I wouldn't go too much further than that, but you're going to have a few reps left in the tank. Last thing you want to do is start to get sloppy with form. And if you are working on a quad or a squat pattern, make sure you feel your quads and you're using your quads. If you're doing a row pattern or a pull down pattern, you want to make sure you're pulling with your back muscles and not just moving weight. So that would be a good cue for people, is to make sure you're moving the weight with your actual muscles and not just moving it with momentum. So you could argue training with super slow tempos and then just trying to focus on the squeeze is a very effective way for beginners to train.
So in the beginning, basically you're focusing on form, feel as much as possible.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That's what we did a lot of, like, which was annoying.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's a lot of teaching how to move properly.
Yeah, it's like getting properly coordinated.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard because people come in and they're like, but I need to lose 20 pounds. Like, I need to get my ass kicked in here.
Yeah.
But if you're able to see the bigger picture, and if you go through that first couple of phases, then the sky's the limit after that.
Speaking as a newbie, or hypothetically, but when I was actually pretty new to it, I worked out in the past, but I never like progressed. I was pretty frustrated in the beginning. I was like, oh, this is so boring, or like doing the same thing over.
But a lot of people also think they need to punish themselves in the gym and go ham, but that doesn't, people do that and that doesn't always get results.
Or I think they might get results, but is it sustainable?
No.
Yeah, never. It rarely is. Is it fair to say, in order for you to have sustainable results that last, you need to start off building these foundational blocks?
it makes a big difference. I mean, you don't have to, but I don't like skipping steps.
What?
And to the other way I like to think of it is, if you could go really slow and get results, why are we going to level 2 or 3? Because then we go level 1, get results. All right, now we go to level 2. Now you get better results with level 2 than you would if you would have skipped level 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then you could go to level 3, now get results. It would be like I'll just use running, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just decided to run like 5 miles a day right off the jump, but you would
Probably
get...
pull something.
Yeah, I'm just think of this calorie-wise. Like, oh, I got to burn 1,000 calories. Well, what if you burn 200 calories?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to get you results.
Right.
All right, now we could burn 300 calories. That's going to get you results.
Right.
And then all this stuff will allow you to now do a proper back squat or a proper deadlift or bench press, overhead press. Hopefully, at least, you have good form. And now you can get way more out of your training when you're deadlifting a 45-pound plate on each side versus doing 10-pound dumbbells for Romanian deadlifts because you never took the time to do it properly.
Yeah, I think you want, like, what is it? There's a word for it, like the minimum
effective dose.
The minimum effective dose. Yeah, because it's being strategic, right?
Yeah.
If you could do less and get more out of it, why not?
Yeah.
Right. So that makes sense to me.
You want to squeeze the most out of each phase. You could put it that way.
Right. And I think people try to just go from 0 to like 10, they get burned out. That was me when I started CrossFit, or when you try to do anything and you just like overexert yourself and then you don't actually follow through with it. So I think it's important to note for beginners to build those foundations properly if you want to build a long-term sustainable habit with long-term sustainable results.
Now, for fun, just give me a little pushback on doing the same routine 3 days a week. Like, how would that make you feel?
I mean, it's boring, but everyone that I speak to, besides for you, other trainers, they say the same thing. Actually, they program longer.
Like,
they do the same thing for like 6 weeks, more at a time.
Well, no, I'm saying for 3 times, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same workout.
They do that for long weeks, like a long period of time.
So
what I'm saying.
What's more important to you? Having fun? Obviously, there's value to having fun, but getting results, it might be a little slow or boring, and then getting some more confidence and long-term results, or is it the quick dopamine hit and the tough workouts in the beginning?
Me as a mature adult now, obviously gonna pick the latter.
All right, good. So, you've evolved, but you've been through the process.
Yeah.
Now you understand, all right, here's why we did this. Oh, this actually worked and helped. Now I could train like a beast.
But again, I think it takes some time to prime and to make sure that, I don't know, to have your head in the right space of thinking like, hey, I'm building a long-term habit for for my lifestyle for a very long time. So I want to start it off properly, and I want to do so in a way where I'm going to get the most amount of results, I guess. Yeah. That's like results, and naturally, like you mentioned, and we're going to go into nutrition, but if you're training properly, those foundational steps, or doing those foundational steps and taking those steps rather, the results and the byproducts are feeling strong, feeling good, feeling more confident. And then you pair that with nutrition, you're going to get some really nice results. More so than someone training for a really long time, I think.
Yeah, all right, but one point I wanted to make was you also have to be careful with your mindset. A lot of people start working out, they think they're going to look sick after a month. Like, they're like, all right, I've never worked out before. Now I'm working out. I'm going to be like a guy I might think he's going to be so jacked, or someone thinks they're going to lose 20 pounds right off the jump. It takes a while to start to see the muscle and the difference in body composition.
It also depends on where you're starting.
Yeah, so you have to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And think, all right, I'm going to get there. It's just going to take a little bit.
I think the main takeaway is to not neglect those building blocks, to focus on feel, to focus on...
Yeah, and then just simple full body, one exercise per muscle group, get comfortable with it, and then you'll get very good results just doing that.
Feel, form, full body. Boom, 3 Fs.
Triple F.
Triple F.
All right, time for Mario, not Mario Kart. We're going to go rapid fire questions. I'm going to try to distract her as much as possible so she has the worst finish possible.
Not possible.
Worst trend you've fallen for?
Worst trend?
Yeah.
Skinny jeans.
What's wrong with those?
They're not cool anymore, Nick. It's all about the
If it
bell bottom.
10 years ago. If you weren't in marketing, what's your alternate career?
I'd be in culinary school. Yeah, I'm in 22nd place. Or finance, bro.
Fictional character you'd want as a business partner?
You know who'd be probably really good and just like shrewd and awesome in business? Lucius Malfoy.
He'd actually be. He would be great to have.
He'd have so much money.
Or a manager.
Right? Somebody can.
Embarrassing gym moment.
When my pants ripped while squatting. I've had a lot. My pants ripped while squatting, and I don't think I was wearing underwear.
If you had to eat one meal every day for a year?
Chicken with rice.
And beans. Pokemon that would make the best gym partner?
For always.
Wait, I thought you would fry the bananas at home as your meal.
Yeah, I'd fry all the bananas with some eggs, Platano Madero. I got second place.
All right.
That's not terrible.
Wait, what was the
What was it?
Pokemon that would make the best gym partner? Quick.
Charizard.
Why?
Because he's funny.
So that makes a good gym partner?
Makes me laugh. It distracts me.
All right.
He can burn people. If the gym failed tomorrow, what's your plan B?
I don't have a plan B because it's not going to fail, but I would like to actually create my own animated series.
What?
Or, honestly, I'd probably fail, at least in the beginning, but stand-up, I would like to try. Anything like improv.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to do like an open mic. Workout you secretly hate but won't admit.
Workout I secretly hate but won't admit? I mean, I hate cardio, and I admit it all the time. CrossFit? I don't know.
What's the last thing you Googled?
Last thing I Googled, I don't know.
You can't say. Okay.
No.
Most underrated snack?
Well, for me, this is a snack, but a burger. I know most.
Snack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
love 1,000 calorie.
No, like the healthy-ish one.
What's a burger healthy?
You could make it healthy. All right, popcorn.
If you had to pitch your gym on Shark Tank in one sentence, what would it be?
4 jacks.
Break your back.
Yeah. It would be, all right, come here, work out, and you'll understand. That would be my pitch.
What's the worst business decision you've made as a gym owner? What'd you get?
First.
Oh, dang.
Just how I've structured business and payments in the past. That was a mistake, both for myself and as a turn off on some clients. They didn't like it.
Mm.
But for me, like, chasing money was not good. The way I had contracts set up initially.
Interesting.
Transition.
Okay, so now, all right, I'm new, but I'm also, I want to look good, right? I want muscle. I want body comp. So then,
nutrition this then.
Okay, let's go into nutrition. What are the basics? I mean, the basics are some that I always have to go back to.
I mean, a stupid one is just drink more water.
So stupid.
But I mean, like, you hear that all, like, everyone knows hydrate, but yeah, just drink more water. I mean, I don't think we really need to go too much into that. But
well, actually, question, why do you have to drink more water? I do it anyways because I'm so thirsty all the time. I'm just so thirsty.
That's a different thing, but you want to be hydrated. You're not going to have as much energy. You're not going to be able to perform. I mean, there's skin benefits, health benefits.
Yeah.
Like everything.
I do it for skin. I stay hydrated. Well, electrolytes.
energy.
Yeah.
Like if you're not drinking enough, you're not going to have energy to perform in the gym, or you're going to be tired at work.
You know, another benefit.
Well.
Another benefit is like it keeps you satiated.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times you think you're hungry, but you're really just thirsty.
I like to tell people to add things to their diet or to their training and lifestyle before subtracting things. Because in the beginning, if you tell someone no to this, no to that, take this out, take that out, there's the potential, a little friction there, like, oh, well, I want to rebel against him, like, or like, oh, I had a bad day. He told me I'm not allowed to eat this. Now I want to eat this. Like, screw him. If you get people to think in a positive manner, like, all right, keep doing what you're doing, just add more protein in. All right, I could do that. And then naturally, once they start eating more protein, they don't have the cravings. So instead of me telling you you're not allowed to have ice cream, if you start adding protein to your diet, now you're not having as many cravings. Now you might not have that ice cream, and I didn't tell you anything. But if I tell you no ice cream, you're going to be like, this guy sucks. So adding protein would be number one, like super important. And then that'll generally, when people start to add protein, then things start to fall into place.
I also think, and let me know your pushback here, because I feel like you would have equally as important as adding is tracking.
If we're talking like newbie, never done anything before, last thing you want to do is give them like 20 new things to do. All right, I got to drink water. I got to add protein. I got to track. Here's my workout. I got to do this. So that's so many things to think about. All right, this is overwhelming. One step at a time. Now we're going over a bunch of things, but I like to do one step at a time. And protein is always going to be the most important thing. Tracking would be a little bit later.
I guess
tracking is also a skill that a lot of people do not do correctly.
Well, I don't think it has to be like tracking aggressively on an app and weighing your food. But I do think it's just being mindful of what you're eating.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, especially if you're adding in protein, just keep in mind what did you eat for breakfast? Like you could write it down or just write it on a notepad versus track. Like maybe tracking's aggressive initially, because when I'm tracking, I'm weighing food. But in this case, if you're completely new,
no, like being mindful, tracking
and writing it out. Like I ate a bagel, like you don't have to lie, just be honest. I ate a bagel with cheese and bacon.
It's wild because people,
eggs.
If I have people do that, they'll write stuff down and they're like, oh, I didn't realize I eat this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but that's the part of being mindful. Like you're actually
like mindfulness, I agree with, but like if we're talking about like
tracking
how much
aggressive.
protein, how much carbs, macros, all that, like that is a little bit.
Tracking is,
but again, like I like to do one habit at a time. So. Because I've had beginners come in, ask for everything, and then they did nothing, and then we got nothing done in the first month because they thought they were ready for everything. But then I have people where it's like, hey, just drink water for me. Then a month later, all right, now you're gonna eat breakfast for me. All right, now you're gonna track your protein and increase your protein. And never once do I say you're not gonna eat this, you're not gonna eat that. Here's your crazy workout, and then we build off of that.
Along with that, just saying like, hey, start paying attention to what you're eating, just think about it. Or I'd like to see.
Sometimes that's more important than telling them what to eat and what not to eat.
I think that's the most important.
You need the initial awareness.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the most important thing. First, just being mindful of what you're eating or what you're not eating. Sometimes you're completely new and you're realizing, hey, I'm not eating enough. And it's like you're coming to that awareness before the trainer is telling you.
That is a big thing, people not eating enough.
Yeah.
And then it usually leads to rebounding or like severe cravings and then potential binging.
All right. So when we were talking about nutrition tracking or just making sure you're drinking enough water, protein intake, being mindful of food, because I agree. I think tracking is a doozy. Tracking is something that I struggle with today. So I don't think anyone likes to track. It adds an extra step to everything. Weighing your food can be.
It's very stressful. That's why I don't.
It's annoying. Yeah, I guess stressful. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's annoying, and that adds stress.
I go by the mentality you manage what you measure, right? So
Oh no, people definitely should spend like a little bit of time
just not when
once
you're
in a
beginner.
while tracking, but don't like be a slave to it. You don't necessarily need to cook all the food, but at least plan out what you intend to eat. Because again, food prep could be a daunting task. It could take up all your entire Sunday.
It takes up the entire Sunday.
Yeah. So what you could easily do is just at least plan it out. That way you're not running to McDonald's after you get stuck with your kids or a work meeting went late. If you have everything planned, then it's a lot easier to stick to it without going crazy.
Yeah, lately I've just been cooking meat in bulk, just ground chicken.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
Yeah, that takes up barely any time.
Honestly, like what you could do with that is cook it in bulk, and then whenever you're taking a portion out, just season it however you want to. That way you could have different seasoning each time.
That sounds cool. I usually like change up the condiments or the toppings.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
There's no magic supplement to take in the beginning. Like I
don't think supplements.
I wouldn't worry. Like that's the last thing you need to worry about. Obviously, things help, but all like the foundational stuff is the big rocks. That's what's gonna move the needle the most.
Totally. I think
taking a creatine is gonna help that much.
Yeah, I think the supplements help more on the recovery, which is the lifestyle bit. So, but not a lot. Like for example, the only supplements that I would take in the beginning are electrolytes because it helps with hydration. It also just tastes good.
Yeah.
Aminos, but I don't know if that's absolutely necessary in the beginning. I mean, I don't know, debatable, right?
I mean, it's very helpful, especially if you're low on protein.
So for me, I take it like before my workout, during, and now that I'm cutting for summer, even though we had a whole episode on why that's dumb, but it's like a personal goal where I'm eating a little bit less.
No, that was cutting during summer.
Oh,
we're doing
that's true.
We're doing it like
we're doing it in the winter, spring.
Yeah, to get into.
Okay, that's true.
We're springing into the summer.
We're springing into the summer. So now that I'm cutting, it's aminos are a game changer for me because it satiates my hunger. Like at night,
roughly 40 calories for like 25, 30 grams.
I never count it.
No, like but like to tell the audience, like that's a magic trick where you could get like 30 grams of protein for only 40 calories.
You always tell me not to count the protein.
Yeah, I know, because I want you to eat food.
I'm probably taking in like 200 grams of protein if I'm taking it. The 3 scoops of aminos a day.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get jacked. All right, so we got nutrition.
Bulking up right now. Look out.
Bulking up. All right, so nutrition, and I just mentioned the supplements that might, but debatable. And now going into lifestyle. So what are those key points?
Walking helps a lot with recovery, stress management. That's good. But I mean, honestly, it's really just sleep. That's what you really need to focus on. Go to bed early. Go to bed at the same time every night. Try to stay off electronics. I mean, I do not stay off of electronics. So I am fully, I'm not hypocritical. I know I'm not going to be able to stay off of them. I know other people aren't going to, but just do your best. The better you sleep, the better you recover, the better you feel, more energy. That's where all the adaptations will occur. You're going to build your muscle during that time. So treat it like it's the most important thing.
Yeah. Sleep for me is super important, or that's why I track with the Oura Ring. And then the sleep stack. That for me is probably the best. Well, I take melatonin too. I can't without it. It's just how my head is right now. Melatonin and that sleep stack is what helps me sleep and have high quality sleep. Meaning for me, it's like more deep sleep. And I've tested with and without actually. And without, like, my resting heart rate's a little bit higher.
That's interesting.
Yeah, my resting heart rate is a little bit higher. I don't get as much deep sleep.
I love taking sleep builders so much, and this is not.
It tastes good.
Yeah, it's not like an ad. Like I love.
Yeah, we're not actually.
I look forward.
Sponsored yet.
I look forward to the taste, but like I sleep so good on it, I don't want to not have it. Which I'm sure there's some negative to that mindset.
Yeah.
But like, it's like a drug to me. But like, I love having it.
It just tastes really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Spoken.
Yeah, good job. It tastes super good to me, but that's the only supplement that I take for recovery. And then walking every day is probably
Yeah,
a big
that
one.
walking is like the lowest hanging fruit.
I think if you're a beginner,
You do not need to be skilled anyone can walk.
it's for
You could go for
mental.
10 minutes, you could go for an hour, go after meals.
What do you say about like the whole you need 10,000 steps per day thing?
I used to crap all over that. Like I would have clients be like, "Oh yeah, I went for a walk on my lunch break," and then I'd walk around like an idiot. "Oh, look at me, I'm walking around right now. This isn't doing shit." Meanwhile, I was completely wrong.
Okay.
So once COVID hit, I was still working out just as hard, maybe not as heavy because I didn't have as many weights available and all the same machines, but working out just as hard, pushing myself daily, getting out in the sun, which was arguably healthier than being under the lights in a gym all day, didn't change my nutrition. After 3 weeks, I was like, you know what? I feel like a little softer. I don't know what's going on. And then it hit me. I was on the couch the rest of the day. I would just play video games or whatever was on Netflix because couldn't leave the house. So I'd work out for an hour, and I would just sit on my ass for the remainder of the day. And then it hit me like, oh, I'm used to working in a gym. I'm getting all these steps, all this activity, and it actually does make a difference. I have clients who have went from being super active to inactive because of change at work or whatever.
Yeah, most people gain weight.
They have gained weight even though they're not really eating that bad. And I believe them with what they're eating. I don't think they would. A couple of people in particular wouldn't lie to me. Most people do lie to me. I know, like it's for sure they're lying to me about what they eat. But I do have a few people who aren't lying to me. I fully trust and believe everything they say. And the main difference was they went from like 10 or 12,000 steps and being very active to like 3,000 or 4,000. And then over time, they put on weight because of that. I've had people obsess over hitting their step count. I'm not joking. This woman was a psycho. Probably still is. I haven't heard from her in a while, but she would stay up until midnight to, oh, that reminds me. Anyway.
Yeah, I used to do that.
She would stay up until midnight just to get her step count in. And then her sleep was dog shit.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of how you would stay up to midnight doing 75 hard just to get the extra outdoor workout in, but then you're ruining your sleep.
Yeah.
And then like you didn't really get anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're, what did I research? I researched that the proper number, like 10,000 was like a marketing gimmick because it just sounds good. You know, so I think it follows the 10,000 hours thing, like, you know, in order to hit mastery.
But I think 10,000 is fine because that's achievable without being too much.
The number is closer to 8,000. Like
starting point.
Yeah. I also I notice I burn more calories depending on how I'm working out. And then I pair that with like 7,000 calories, 7,000 steps. That's terrible. For me personally, getting 7,000 steps is a win. So
yeah.
So that's my kind of North Star, I think, for everyone. As long as you're walking, I would say like 30 minutes to an hour a day, like you're in a good spot.
Yeah, but and again, it also helps with recovery and body composition.
Yeah.
I would say that and sleep are the two main lifestyle factors. I don't unless there's something you could think of. And I don't
scheduling the gym is another lifestyle.
Well, yeah, I mean that kind of went into that with the scheduling your week out for the food. Like you want to plan out when you're going to go to the gym and not just react.
Yep.
But other than that, I think
that covers it. Yeah.
Like if you actually were a newbie and you were starting on Monday, how would you feel?
Yeah. Hearing all this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, we're great. I got some guidance.
It's not overwhelming. It's all pretty doable, right?
Yeah. You want to work out consistently, do the same thing over and over again and focus on your form, your feel, nutrition. You want to eat whole foods, typical stuff, drink water or hydrate. Protein is the biggest one.
But honestly, if you're a newbie,
sleep.
I think the best thing you could do is make an initial investment into a coach just to get started.
You're not biased.
That would speed.
You're not biased. I would agree.
No, I see people. I hear from newbies try to do it on their own all the time, and then they're done after a month.
Well, I think that
They don't have, like, it's taken me a long time to learn training.
I think
So to expect someone to step in day one, know what they're doing, and be good to go on their own, they honestly need to learn. And you want to learn good form too. Like,
right. I think if you can afford it, it's the best investment that you can make, because I think about all the money that I spent on classes, and
even if it's just like a month that. Or like once a week for a month. I mean, it's not going to get you far, but at least it's something. And and you could go over, like, all right, teach me how to squat, teach me how to do this machine, or teach me this. I want to know that I'm doing this correctly. That would be like the cherry on top.
Yeah, I think it's a worthwhile investment. So, and it would have saved me hours, which I consider my.
You can make the money back. You can't make the hours back.
100%. All right. So this was the ultimate guide for getting in shape, for a complete newbie, for a complete novice. And if you found any value, please like, please comment, please subscribe, please do all of the things. We would really appreciate.
Smash the like button.
Smash. All right. Bye, guys.